Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what's truly terrifying? It's not failure. It's waking up every day knowing you could be more, but settling for less. It's living your entire life in the shadows of who you could have been, because you never dared to rise. To rise. The world doesn't remember people who blend in. It remembers those who showed up, unapologetically, imperfectly, but powerfully themselves. Today, I'm not here to tell you how to act confident. I'm here to teach you how to become unshakable, not by pretending, but by transforming. Confidence isn't loud. It's not the roar of the crowd or the volume of your voice. It's the calm fire that burns quietly in your chest when no one's watching. Personality isn't built in a day. It's sculpted through your choices, your pain, your resilience. Every time you stop yourself from shrinking, you polish a part of your soul. Every time you show up when fear tells you not to, you build another layer of power. True confidence doesn't scream, it radiates. Every day you wake up, you are handed two choices: to repeat history or to create it. Most people choose the first. They wake up scrolling, comparing, doubting. They feed their insecurity before they feed their purpose. But the ones who change their lives, they start their mornings by commanding their mind, not submitting to it. They look in the mirror and say, I decide who I am today. That single habit can shift your destiny, because how you start your day defines how you live your life. Let's talk about energy. You can't fake real energy. No, you can fake a smile, you can fake a compliment, but your energy tells the truth about your soul. When you enter a room, people don't remember your clothes, they remember how you made them feel. Want to improve your personality? Don't focus on being impressive. Focus on being impactful. Focus on being impactful. When you're genuinely interested in others, when you listen more than you speak, when you carry humility in your power, you become magnetic. Confidence grows in silence. In the quiet moments when you choose discipline over comfort. Horror, when you choose to keep promises to yourself even when no one's watching. You want self-respect. Earn it privately. The way you talk to yourself when you fail matters more than how you celebrate when you win. Your mind listens to your words, so speak to yourself like someone worth believing in, because you are. Here's the truth most people won't tell you. Personality isn't about charm. It's about character. The most captivating people aren't perfect. They're authentic. They have scars, but they wear them with pride. They've been broken, but they rebuild stronger. When you stop chasing perfection and start embracing growth, you'll find that people begin to notice you differently. Not because you fit in, but because you stand out in your truth. Do you know why confidence feels rare today? Because people are addicted to validation. They measure their worth by likes, follows, and fleeting approval. But confidence is built in the dark, when you stop needing applause to feel valuable. So, valuable. When your self-worth no longer depends on someone else's attention, you become unstoppable. The loudest people in the room often have the quietest doubts, but the ones who move with inner peace, they dominate without trying. You want a personality that turns heads? Then stop walking like a victim. Stop letting your past define your future. Every scar, every rejection, every heartbreak. It didn't break you, it built you. Use it. People are drawn to those who have seen darkness and still choose to bring light. You don't need to erase your story, you need to own it. Now, say, sa, that's where your true power lives. Confidence isn't standing tall because you've never fallen. It's standing tall after you've fallen and daring to walk again. Every time you rise from failure, your energy becomes different. It becomes undeniable. People can sense when you've faced your demons and survived. That's why real confidence doesn't need validation. It's rooted in experience, not ego. If you want to transform your presence, start by changing how you see yourself. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you deserve. Speak like you matter. Walk like you belong. For me, say, smile like you know something others don't, that you've been through hell and came back wiser. Confidence isn't built in the mirror. It's built in the moments when you choose courage over comfort. The truth is, the world doesn't need another person pretending to be confident. It needs more people becoming confident by living with purpose. Every day, choose one small act that aligns with your higher self. It could be speaking up in a meeting, setting a boundary, or simply looking someone in the eye and saying what you mean. Tiny acts of courage create massive shifts in energy, and over time they turn you into someone who no longer seeks validation, but commands respect. If you want people to respect you, stop chasing them. Confidence is quiet detachment, knowing your value whether they stay or leave. The moment you stop needing people to see your worth, they start noticing it anyway. That's the paradox of power. The less you need it, the more it flows to you. Your personality begins to shine when you live from a place of enoughness, not emptiness. Think about this. The most charismatic people you've ever met didn't need to tell you who they were. Their presence did the talking. They weren't the loudest, but something about them lingered after they left. That's the energy of alignment. That's what happens when you become comfortable in your own skin. Confidence isn't about being better than others, it's about being at peace with yourself. Your daily habits are writing your future. Every time you choose discipline, you plant a seed of confidence. Focus. Every time you choose integrity, you strengthen your personality. Every time you choose kindness over ego, you become unforgettable. The version of you that you dream about isn't waiting in some faraway future. It's hidden inside your daily choices. You just have to start acting like the person you know you're meant to become. And remember this, you don't grow when life is easy. You grow when life forces you to show who you truly are. Every challenge you face is an invitation to evolve. Every setback is a test of your inner strength. Farah, when you rise above what tried to break you, you become something unstoppable. Someone who doesn't just live, but leads. Confidence begins the moment you stop waiting for permission. The world has conditioned you to ask before you move, to seek approval before you speak, to fear rejection more than regret. But here's the truth. No one is coming to hand you confidence. You have to claim it. You have to claim it. You have to wake up one day and say, I'm done being small. Because the world doesn't reward silence. It rewards those who dare to exist loudly, even when the room doubts them. You don't need to have it all figured out to be confident. You just need to believe that no matter what happens, you'll figure it out. That belief, that unshakable faith in your ability to adapt, that's where confidence is born. Every successful person you admire once had no idea what they were doing, but they moved anyway. They spoke anyway. They failed anyway. And because of that, they grew. Here's something most people won't admit. You can't fake true confidence for long. Pretending drains you. But when you become it, when you grow into it, it gives you energy. The secret is to stop chasing confidence and start building competence. Learn. Practice. Repeat. Sir. Repeat. The better you get at something, the quieter your insecurities become. Skill silences doubt. Consistency kills fear. If you want to change your personality, start by changing your emotional energy. Stop reacting to everything. Not every comment needs a response. Not every insult deserves your attention. Confident people don't chase arguments. They conserve their power. You don't have to prove who you are to anyone who's already decided to misunderstand you. Your energy is sacred. Spend it wisely. Confidence isn't arrogance. It's grace. True. It's walking into a room with quiet certainty. Not because you think you're better than everyone, but because you no longer need to compare. You understand your worth, and that calm self-assurance disarms people. Confidence is never about dominance, it's about presence. It's that energy that says, I'm not here to compete, I'm here to contribute. If you want to develop a magnetic personality, learn the art of listening. Real listening. In a world where everyone's desperate to speak, listening becomes a superpower. When you truly hear someone, not to respond but to understand, you make them feel seen, and people never forget how you make them feel. Charisma isn't a skill, it's an emotion you awaken in others. Every morning, remind yourself, I am the creator of my story, not the victim of my past. Yes. Too many people drag their old wounds into new opportunities. They wear their pain like an identity badge, introducing themselves as who they were, not who they're becoming. But confidence blooms when you stop narrating your pain and start rewriting it. You are not your scars. You are the strength that survived them. To improve your personality, fall in love with learning, not just academically, but spiritually, emotionally, socially. Read more. Ask questions. Be curious. The most captivating people are those who are fascinated by life. They have stories, insights, and a glow that comes from a mind constantly expanding. Curiosity keeps your soul young. It keeps your energy alive. People often mistake appearance for personality, but true presence has nothing to do with looks. It's the light behind your eyes. The kindness behind your words, the calm behind your confidence. You can be wearing the most expensive outfit in the world, but if your energy is anxious or insecure, people will feel it. Energy cannot lie. So focus less on impressing and more on expressing and more on express. You become confident when you stop living for others' applause. Do you know what happens when you chase approval? You lose your authenticity. You start editing your soul to fit someone else's expectations. But the moment you let go, truly let go, you become dangerous in the most beautiful way. Because then you speak your truth fearlessly. You move freely. You stop performing and start being. You want people to admire your personality? Then practice emotional control. Don't let your emotions ride you. Learn to ride them. Confidence isn't about never feeling fear, anger, or sadness. It's about mastering the art of response. When you stay calm in chaos, you radiate leadership. And that's what draws people in. People trust calm energy. It's rare. It's powerful. It's unforgettable. Confidence comes from ownership. Own your strengths, but also own your flaws. Stop hiding behind perfection. The world doesn't fall in love with perfect, it falls in love with real. Be vulnerable. Admit when you don't know something. Laugh at yourself. Confidence is not pretending to have it all together. It's being comfortable even when you don't. When you don't. Here's something extraordinary. Confidence grows every time you act out of alignment with fear. Every time you do something that scares you, you train your nervous system to believe, I can handle this. You become mentally bulletproof not by avoiding fear, but by walking straight through it. Each courageous act deposits power into your soul's account. And one day you'll wake up unrecognizable, strong, poised, and free. You must understand. The version of you that you envy in others already exists within you. You're not missing something. You're hiding something. You're hiding something. Beneath the doubt, the hesitation, the fear, there's a masterpiece waiting to be revealed. Confidence is simply the process of remembering who you were before the world told you otherwise. Peel off the layers. Return home to yourself. And finally, every single day, choose one small promise to yourself and keep it. It's not in the mirror, not in the compliments, not in success. It's in self-trust. The moment you realize that you can rely on you, that you'll show up no matter what, that's when your entire personality shifts. You walk differently, speak differently, live differently, speak differently, live differently, because you finally know who you are. There's a kind of power that can't be taught, only earned. It's the power of someone who's been underestimated their whole life and decided to rise anyway. That quiet confidence that comes from surviving storms no one saw. That's the kind of confidence that doesn't need a stage, because life itself became your training ground. When you walk through fire and come out shining, your energy speaks louder than any words ever could. The truth is, people don't follow perfection. They follow realness. You want to be someone others remember? Then stop filtering your humanity. Let them see your ambition, but also your flaws, your laughter, your vulnerability. Personality isn't about never being broken. It's about owning your cracks like gold. When people see that you can be powerful and human, they don't just admire you, they trust you. You can't control what others think of you, but you can control what you project. Every room you walk into reads your energy before your words. So before you step out, ask yourself, what am I carrying today? Fear, doubt, or certainty? The most magnetic personalities radiate peace. They move slowly, speak deliberately, and never rush to prove themselves. Because when you know your worth, you no longer chase validation. You attract respect. You attract respect. Confidence doesn't grow in applause. It grows in solitude. It's built in the quiet moments when you face your reflection and decide, I'm still proud of myself, even when no one's watching. When you make peace with who you are in private, your public presence transforms. That's the secret. People think charisma is performance, but it's not. It's alignment. The world feels your energy when your words and your soul finally match. To build confidence, you must face discomfort daily. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you step into fear willingly. Each time you do something uncomfortable, whether it's speaking up, saying no, or standing alone, you expand your limits. Confidence isn't an emotion, it's a skill. And like any skill, it strengthens through repetition and resistance. Your personality becomes magnetic when your intentions are pure. When you walk into a room not to compete but to contribute, not to impress but to inspire, your energy changes everything. People can sense when your confidence is fueled by service rather than ego. The most confident souls are those who make others feel confident, too. Too. That's what leadership is. Not shining alone, but lighting up everyone around you. Never confuse loudness with strength. True strength whispers. It's in the person who doesn't retaliate, who doesn't need to prove a point, who can sit in silence and still command attention. Confidence isn't the absence of fear, it's the mastery of it. You can feel afraid and still move forward. That's real courage. And courage, when practiced daily, turns into an aura of unstoppable faith. You want a personality that captivates others? Then live with integrity. Do what you say you'll do. Mean what you say. People may forget your words, but they'll never forget how consistent you are. Reliability is charisma in disguise. When people know they can count on you, your presence becomes invaluable. Confidence isn't just how you carry yourself. It's the trust you build through actions repeated over time. Confidence dies when comparison begins. You can't shine while staring at someone else's light. You are not behind. You are not less. You are becoming. Every flower blooms in its own season, and trying to rush yours will only steal your peace. Confidence comes when you stop competing and start creating. Your journey is not about being better than others. It's about becoming the truest version of you. Your words hold power. Speak with purpose. Don't fill silence with noise. Fill it with meaning. When you talk, talk from the heart, not from insecurity. Speak slowly, with intent. Duh. Let your words carry energy, not just sound. People remember voices that carry truth, not volume. The more you speak from authenticity, the more your confidence will grow naturally, because you're no longer performing. You're connecting. You're connecting. You'll notice something magical when you begin to trust yourself. The world starts to trust you too, because your energy changes. You stop asking, "Am I good enough?" and start declaring, "I'm ready." The universe always meets you at the level of your self-belief. That's why confident people seem lucky. They simply operate on a higher frequency of trust. Your presence is your power. You don't have to say much to command a room. You just have to be there fully. When you stand tall, breathe deeply, and look people in the eye with calm conviction, your energy says everything. Confidence isn't an act, it's a frequency, one that you tune into by aligning your posture, your breath, and your intention. Every second you spend grounded in yourself makes you magnetic. If you want to improve your personality, start living with curiosity again. Ask questions, seek stories, stay humble. The most interesting people are those who never stop learning. Knowledge gives you depth. Humility gives you grace. Together, they create a kind of confidence that no one can imitate, because it's built on truth, not trend. The mirror doesn't define your confidence. Your reflection does. It's not what you see, but how you see it. When you look at yourself with compassion instead of criticism, your entire energy shifts. You stop fighting yourself and start supporting yourself. And when you become your own ally, life begins to flow. Because confidence isn't self-love quotes, it's self-acceptance in action. And finally, remember, every single day is a stage, not for performance but for practice. Each morning is a chance to refine your energy, your focus, your voice. Every conversation, every decision, every challenge, it's all shaping your personality. Confidence isn't built overnight. It's sculpted one choice at a time. And if you stay consistent, one day you'll realize you didn't just become confident. You became unforgettable. Confidence isn't just a mindset, it's a lifestyle. It's how you eat, how you speak, how you carry yourself when no one's clapping. Every detail of your daily behavior sends a message to the universe about who you believe you are. If you walk small, think small, and speak small, life will mirror that back to you. But when you start moving like you already belong where you dream to be, the world begins to shift in your favor. Energy precedes achievement. You can't fake inner peace. The loudest person in the room might be the most insecure. Sure. Real confidence is the quiet knowing that no matter what happens, you can handle it. It's the ability to stay calm while others panic, to smile while others doubt, to breathe when everything burns. That's what draws people in, the way you remain rooted in chaos. Confidence is not built in comfort. It's born in fire. Your personality is a reflection of your inner world. If your thoughts are chaotic, your presence will be too. So guard your mind like a temple. Don't feed it with gossip, comparison, or doubt. Feed it with learning, silence, and gratitude. Your internal dialogue shapes your external reality. If you speak to yourself with love, the world will start reflecting it back. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you believe. People often think improving personality means changing who they are. No, it means becoming more of who you already are. It means stripping away layers of fear, ego, and insecurity until only your truth remains. The world doesn't need a copy of someone else, it needs your essence unfiltered. The more authentic you become, the more confident you naturally feel. Authenticity is the loudest voice in any room. Confidence and kindness, that's the deadliest combination. You can walk into any room with power, but if that power carries compassion, you'll never need to force respect. It will be given freely. True confidence doesn't dominate, it uplifts. It's not about being above others, it's about helping others rise with you. When your personality makes people feel seen, valued, and inspired, that's real influence. Every great personality has one thing in common: presence. Not beauty, not status, not money. Presence. The ability to be here fully. When you speak to someone, be there. When you work, be there. When you dream, be there. The modern world rewards distraction, but confidence lies in focus. When you give your attention wholly, your energy becomes unforgettable. Confidence doesn't come from avoiding failure, it comes from surviving it. Every time you fall and rise again, you add a layer of quiet strength to your soul. The reason confident people look calm is because they've been through enough storms to know they'll survive the next one too. So don't fear failure. It's the gym where your confidence trains. The pain you feel now is sculpting the presence you'll command later. You want to glow differently. Forgive yourself. Forgive your past mistakes. You can't move with confidence if you're dragging the weight of regret. Every day is a clean slate. Confidence isn't about perfection. It's about progress. You're allowed to start over as many times as it takes. Let go of what didn't work. Keep what you learned and step forward lighter. A forgiving heart walks taller. Don't mistake stillness for weakness. Confidence is quiet because it doesn't need to prove. When you truly know your worth, you stop trying to convince anyone else of it. You walk away from arguments that don't matter. You choose peace over pride. You understand that your energy is too valuable to waste on validation. Sound validation. That silence, that calm control, is what people secretly admire. Improving your personality isn't about pleasing everyone, it's about aligning with your truth. Some will misunderstand your growth. Some will call it arrogance when you finally set boundaries. Let them. You're not here to be understood by everyone. You're here to become yourself fully. The more you evolve, the more your circle will change. Don't fear that. It's proof you're rising. Confidence is built through repetition. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens your character. It's not the grand gestures that change you. It's the small, consistent acts of courage that no one sees. Wake up early. Speak kindly. Stay consistent. Over time, these habits forge an identity that no failure can shake. Sir. Here's the paradox. When you stop chasing confidence and start chasing truth, confidence finds you. When you stop performing and start living authentically, your energy transforms. You stop needing validation. And suddenly, people begin validating you. Because real power doesn't come from trying, it comes from being. And being yourself is the most radical act of confidence there is. You will know you've grown when peace excites you more than attention. When solitude feels like power, not punishment. When your self-worth stops depending on who texts you, who praises you, or who stays, that's confidence, that's maturity, that's freedom. The day you stop needing the world to approve your glow, you become untouchable. And when that transformation happens, your personality becomes your message. You no longer need to tell people you've changed. They feel it. Your presence speaks louder than your words. Your eyes show resilience. Your tone shows calm and your energy shows mastery. You don't need to demand respect. You simply embody it. You've become the kind of person others aspire to be. So today, make this your vow. To speak with intention, to move with courage, to live with grace, to show up every single day, not as who the world expects you to be, but as who you truly are. Because when your confidence is rooted in truth, when your personality shines through authenticity, when your heart beats with purpose, that's when you stop existing and start inspiring. And that's when your life becomes your legacy.